Hey guys, welcome back to another LEXA DIXON video. I'm LEXA DIXON and you're watching my video. I'm joined here by the one, the only, Tim Simpson.
I've actually got a clone.
Not Tim Simpson.
No, it's still Tim Simpson. There's just two of me.
One's bad enough, mate.
I'm also recording my own video at the moment. Stop this rubbish, let's get into it.
So why are we here, Tim?
Well, there are plenty of trolls and stuff on the internet at the moment, and we thought we would help some of these trolls really expose how much of an idiot they truly are by reading some of their absolute mindless, blithering crap out on air, and having you guys try and guess whether the comment is true or a troll. And whether there's actually that much difference. So after each one, we'll get you to put down in the comments below whether you think that this thing was a true one or a troll one, and we'll answer you in the comments and tell you what it actually was.
Also important to note is that we have Flick. Tim's a beautiful partner. She is assisting and she's come up with all the research. So we don't know anything of what she's going to say. It's all new to us.
All we know is she's been trolling the trolls.
See what he did there?
Yeah. Well, let's go on with the first one.
Crack into it.
Okay.
When having an unassisted birth, if something goes wrong, do you call an ambulance? Also, how long do you wait to call the ambulance? I'm a dog midwife, so if a dog doesn't push the second pup out within 4 hours, you take her into the emergency vet. So, is there anything with humans?
Now, is this person serious or a troll? And which of those is it worse that they're serious or worse that they're a troll? And
I mean, okay, if we took this question literally and you were in that situation, how long would you leave it with what was the word?
I would advise just having the birth at the hospital in the first place. That's just me, because
well, yeah, but if you can't get there,
well, yeah, my career is all based around risk management, so I would say where is the least risk. Because, that's an obvious thing for me. The other concerning thing is she calling her friend who is giving birth a bitch?
She did mention the pet thing, eh?
Yeah. Truth or troll?
Thinking a protest to open playgrounds in a blank is needed. Who else agree? I am not want to start things like this, but come on. The least affected by COVID, but forced out of all activities. They are not planning opening playgrounds until July 1, and maybe not even then. Our kids need outside play, and other cities around us have opened. I know I can easily take my kids to other playgrounds, but we rely on walking to them. We as parents should be the ones to decide what is safe for our children.
I think that person could probably start with some elocution lessons rather than playgrounds.
Okay, so for all of us that have no idea on that word you just said, when you break that dictionary down.
Using words properly.
It's perfect then. I was thinking this person does not know how to school.
I don't even need to ask if that was truth or troll, because it was too bad for trolling. But put what you think in the comments below, and we'll see.
This is just absurd. I want all adults to get exercise, and am all for it. But if there's one thing this mama bear has had enough of during this situation, it's the kids being robbed of their rights because they don't have a voice. Adults are allowed to go to restaurants and grocery stores and work and swim, and lap swim could also be the highest risk people for COVID, while the extremely low risk kids are punished and not allowed to do the low risk and healthy life-giving activities that bring them joy. It's not that they can get it back later, because summer only lasts so long. Then they are stuck indoors for 6 long winter months. We all need to keep calling governor's office, as I've been doing.
So they only allow their kids to go out and have fun during summer, and they punish them for it being winter?
Yeah, well, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I don't think the kids have lost any rights. And also, if you go and look on a lot of internet forums, I think you'll find that plenty of those kids are using their voices and somewhat more eloquently than their mama bears are.
Yeah. It's something that they teach your kids in school nowadays that we didn't get taught.
Yeah.
I currently have COVID-19 and I'm 15 weeks. I'm assuming pregnant here. But my symptoms were not bad at all. And I'm actually back at work even though I'm positive and baby and me are just fine.
Wait, so they've been tested, proven for COVID. She's 15 weeks pregnant, and she's back at work because she thinks she's fine.
Yeah.
Well, this bitch obviously thinks she's better than the health department, doesn't she?
Yeah, I wonder if her friend's going to call the ambulance if it...
This could relate to the first one.
Yeah, I mean, straight away there, you've got COVID, don't go to work. That's just insane.
Yeah, otherwise you're giving it to everybody else. I mean, come on, use your brain.
What brain?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, clearly doesn't have one, but...
Yeah, truth or troll, I really hope that one's a troll, you know. I've got COVID, and I'm pregnant, and I'm going to work. Please,
Go me!
Please let that be a troll, because otherwise, all you out of the gene pool starts going into practice. Yeah.
Hate to see what the kid would grow up to be like.
Do you think that's a true one, or a troll in the forum? I really hope it's a troll. I fear that it's possibly true. Next, please.
Children under 12 shouldn't wear a mask, especially under 5. The mask truly doesn't help anyways and restricts their airways. Don't waste your time. Maybe tell your children they are superheroes that don't have to wear one because the rest are villains. Or something funny, lol.
Doesn't a mask go around the ears and over the mouth?
Last I looked, yeah.
Yeah, so how's it choking the... Where the hell are you putting the mask, woman?
Well, according to the last one, though, or was it the one before it? I'm getting lost now. The children aren't allowed out to the supermarket anyway.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because they're being tortured to stay at home.
For 6 long months.
For 6 long months, short months.
Oh, summer.
Yeah, before they get tortured by their parents to stay at home for 6 long months.
Long months, yeah.
Yeah, after the short ones are over.
I wonder if the year goes like ours do.
Yeah, I can kind of understand to a degree because small children don't have the same explosive coughing power, and the masks are of questionable depending on who you talk to.
I'm just worried about the blocking the airways. I want to know where the hell she's putting the mask.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't we be wearing masks? I mean, we're only a foot away from each other. I think you better give us the next question real quick.
Wait, was that one truth or troll? I really hope that's truth, because, that's just comic.
Does anyone have any solid research on using essential oils for toddlers? My son's OCD is becoming a huge struggle for him, and I would so much rather try something natural over medicating like his pediatrician is pushing for. But I feel like everything I'm seeing for oils under age of 6 or 7 is so conflicting. Any tips on where to find good info?
I will go back to your GP to find good info. That's kind of what they're trained in. Next thing you know, people are going to be sort of questioning ventilators and stuff and weird things like that. But, yeah, essential oils for kids, I don't know. What you're talking about, of course, is highly volatile compounds.
Well, I was thinking...
I would talk to your GP. GPs actually do know a lot about essential oils and their effect on the physiological and neurological systems as well. So
I was thinking, get half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of oregano, and just throw one of those ghost peppers in there, mix it up with water, should be good to go.
Truth or troll? Let us know what you think in the comments below. That was number 7. Now for number 8.
You like counting them on your hand or something?
No,
because I've lost count.
I'm just grabbing your ass, mate.
I hope no store makes me wear a mask. I am sorry, but with my medical problems, I refuse to wear a mask. A mask will make me much sicker. I talked to an employee the other day in Walmart, and she told me since wearing a mask, she now has dizzy spells and headaches. She said she has been much sicker wearing a mask. I told her it is because she probably can't breathe in the darn thing.
Well, okay, the two reasons that you might wear a mask. One is if you're sick, and sounds like you are, so probably a good reason that you should wear a mask and not spread that to other people, like I am to Axel right now. Okay. And but there actually is some fact behind that. They've noticed that a lot of people have higher carbon dioxide carbon in their bloodstream and in their lungs than usual, because the carbon dioxide that they're breathing isn't getting out from the mask. And interesting follow-up fact from that is high carbon dioxide in the air that you're breathing actually causes you to go grey faster. So we'll find out in about 6 months where everyone goes grey faster. No, I'm going grey at a normal rate.
I was just thinking,
crap.
I want to know what's in this mask. You know how like you can go up behind somebody and you put like a hanky over their mouth and they knock out? Sounds like there's some sort of that kind of chemical going on if they're kind of getting that kind of...
Chloroform.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You know, put on the mask.
They wouldn't get to the car.
It sounds like they're struggling anyways. Might be a certain dose of it in there.
So in that case, just because your friend's feeling sick because she's having trouble breathing in the mask, it's probably because she's got it on all the time and not just when she's around other people. And that could actually be a legitimate carbon dioxide problem. Just because your friend is wearing that and she's working at the supermarket, was it, or something?
Walmart.
Working at Walmart and wearing it all the time. That could actually be having an effect on it. It's not going to affect you when you're just visiting there and you're only wearing it for 15-20 minutes or something the same. So
that takes me to another thought. We're talking about Walmart here. We're talking about these people that work at Walmart. Have you seen half the images that come from Walmart?
No.
Like the customers and the shoppers? Have you ever watched anything by Cinnamon Toast Ken? He does a lot of reaction videos to people that shop or work at Walmart. It's
I
not
believe
pretty.
People of Walmart?
Yeah. I've got to say, what most people are wearing to Walmart now, if you'd walked in there 6 months ago or even 4 months ago wearing that in Walmart, they would have called the cops on you straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing, thinking about it, if you're wearing that mask all day, you shouldn't really be doing that anyways because you should be changing it every so often.
Yep.
Because if you're wearing it all day, you're going to have all those
You
toxins.
think about medical stuff, they change these regularly.
Yeah, exactly. The actual...
They
Do you mind we were talking?
Yeah, the
They have to
effective...
change between patients.
The effective time of one of the masks that is worn at a hospital is about 6 or 7 minutes as any form of air filter. Once they get damp, stuff's coming through it anyway. It might be blocking stuff coming in, but then you're breathing that moisture back off the inside surface of it. So they're really only very useful as a splatter guard for a short period of time. The actual physical distancing that they're telling people to do is much more effective.
Yeah.
But anyway, truth or troll.
Have any of you mamas had any luck with putting potato in the sock of your child to really pull out any sickness?
Putting potato in the sock of a child to pull out sickness.
I know exactly who can answer that. Jacksepticeye, can you drop a comment in the in the comments below? Thanks. There we go. That was sorted.
Yeah.
Well, this person did get a response. Yep, I did with my husband. He had a fever and was vomiting a couple of years back. And I did this. The next morning, he woke up feeling better.
Or he woke up as Samwise Gamgee. Potatoes!
I've heard...
Boil and mash them, stick them in a stew.
I've heard of doing something similar with...
Oh no, wait. Boil and mash them, stick them in a sock.
Mashed potato in your sock.
That just sounds like a kink, not a medical remedy. I have heard of doing similar things with onions because the active juices and chemicals and stuff in the onion can get into the bloodstream through the skin and help fight viruses and bacteria in the bloodstream and stuff. But that's a very small help and sort of a really old school thing, which is way surpassed by modern medicine.
But can't starch do something?
It might make your toe fat.
Chop that off and cook it up.
Yeah,
There you go.
the best hope that I could see out of something like that is that potatoes do tend to be extremely high in vitamin C,
Yeah.
which can help in the bloodstream, but then you'd be really wanting to put slices of potato and bind them to the skin over a large area or something like that. A whole potato in the sock, especially of an the sock of an infant. Yeah, truth or troll?
What do you do with the potato once it's been in the sock? Do you reuse it? Do you make a stew or... my last bit of advice is if you're going to do anything with a potato, just make sure you boil it, mash it, or stick it in a stew. Never in a sock.
How about
That's my
roasting
opinion.
it?
Well, you can do that too, but as long as it's not
Make
roasted
chips.
in a sock. That's taking it a whole new
socks.
form of toe jams. Potato jams! Yeah.
I think we need the next one.
Should our children be forced to learn to use Arabic numerals as part of their mandatory curriculum?
Yes.
Arabic numerals, aren't they? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8,
9.
11. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I can safely assure people that a numeric system has no religious, political, or racial connotation whatsoever. They're just bloody numbers. Get over yourself.
I don't know. Do you know? Have you heard of the story of why 6 was so sad? Because 7, 8, 9.
Next question.
I think boys and men should look like boys and men. There is already so much going on against these roles in the world today. Something as easy as cutting their hair to allow them to stand apart is important.
What's cutting here?
I don't know.
If you can't tell the difference between men and women because of their hair length, I think there's a bigger problem that...
Well, no, I can understand, because some guys might have the hair cut of a woman, and you wouldn't be able to tell them apart, because some of those guys have man boobies.
So what you're now saying is that women aren't allowed to cut their hair?
I'm not saying anything, this person.
Oh, this person, yeah. So this mama bear is saying that you're not allowed to cut your hair if you're female as well? You know, because you might get confused as a man.
Kind of reminds me of the whole Samson and Delilah story. You know, Samson, he cut his hair and he became weak. He let his hair grow again and became strong. But the point is, I don't think it really frickin' matters if you cut your hair or not. If it's what you want, not what your peers or your family want.
There was actually a really interesting study done, it would have been nearly 10 years ago now, where they had somebody stand down the end of a street, and it was a group of people at the end of a street, and then they had other people walking across, partly or fully obscured, wearing different clothing with different hairstyles. Quite a large number of people, and some of them were dressed in the opposite gender's clothing and that sort of thing, and the people were asked to say, is that male or female, that person male or female crossing the street, and I think it was an astounding 98% correct across the board from them.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Even though if you were to take photographs of it, it would be really, really difficult to see. And it was just a flash of this person walking past. So they were just trying to. It was a study in gender recognition and what actual shapes and movements and things like that might make a difference. But in some of them, there was no difference in movement.
I think one of the main things that you can see to kind of tell the difference apart is an Adam's apple. And if you can't see the Adam's apple because of facial hair, well, we clearly know what kind of sex that is, right?
Some of these people were like wearing big coats and hoodies and things like that.
Well, yeah, okay.
Beards would give it away most of the time, except for
Hairy
little women.
All right, so yeah, fact or truth or troll?
Any mamas wipe pumped milk all over their face after a shower? No? Just me? Okay.
Good moisturiser. See, it looks 20 years younger. Great. I was going to say, there's nothing... Well, I don't know what kind of context this person's talking about. But there's nothing wrong with... They're talking about breast milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with breast milk because there's so much nutrition and stuff that's in breast milk. It's not just good for babies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got a lot of vitamins and stuff that if you want to put it over your face... Dear God, please wash it off afterwards. But if you want to put it over your face, it'll actually do your face some good. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, at least you're not like hiding it in other people's food and stuff like that. But anyway, let's carry on.
Hi, I'm wondering if anyone has hard fact evidence that ventilators do more harm than good for the treatment of COVID, please. I'm looking for my mum because she believes they are helping people. Thank you.
Well, one, you're fucking stupid, and two, you're stupid.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that ventilators are helping people breathe. This is something quite common that we're hearing at the moment, which is sort of what's led to us doing the segment and all, is that people make up their mind that a medical treatment or something like that is bad, and they are going out of their way to specifically find small, obscure pieces of evidence to support their theory that well-documented practice medicine is bad, and completely ignore anything that doesn't support their theory. And we'd call that a whack job.
That's how a lot of, I don't want to get into it too much, but a lot of religion people, you know, they have, I believe in this and that's the way it is. It's black and white, you know.
Yep.
When I believe in a lot of things, I believe in God and stuff, but I'm open-minded. I don't go, prove me that God is real because I know it's real. What do you say? Do you reckon it is? Do you reckon it isn't? What is your views? And that is how the world needs to be. The world needs to be open, not so single-minded.
Yeah, but if you're questioning something, go out and look at all the facts. Don't just go and search for ones that prove the theorem that you've already decided on, and ignore the 1,000 to 1 pieces of information that oppose your opinion. Be open-minded and look for the truth.
And for the love of Thor, don't read and believe everything you read on Wikipedia.
Here's where I sound judgy, but I am just trying to show how you are no better. Just envision this. You're worried about getting sick, so you wear a face mask and vinyl gloves to the grocery store. You then put items like Hot Pockets and soda in your cart. Not one fresh produce and nothing that resembles vegetables, except the micro meal that probably has a few veggies in it. A week's worth of food, but none of it looks like food. On top of it, you will buy a carton of cigarettes. Then look at me funny because I'm not wearing a mask. I can tell you are judging me for being selfish, but I am wondering how you plan to be healthy when you just cram garbage into your body.
Well, yeah, that one is actually quite a common argument at the moment. I would entirely agree with just going and buying a whole pile of processed food in your shopping that has no nutritional value and you're only really getting it for entertainment and convenience is far too common these days. However, if you're in an area where you are legally obliged to wear a mask, even if it's just for the comfort and the mental comfort and potential safety of other people, that's an important thing too. It's one of these questions where is it safer to jump out of the 8th story of the 9th story of the building?
That depends on how you land.
Head first, by the sounds of it.
See, my part of that is start minding your own business and worry about what you want and what's good for you than worrying about everybody else. If you continuously worry about what everybody else is up to, it's going to affect you and make you the unhealthy person. So focus on yourself and don't need to make it all public. Because if you have an annoyance with somebody, please just keep that to yourself or in your little circle of friends, not for internet.
Yeah. The other side of that, well, complementary to that, is do pay attention to how your actions do affect people around you as well. So as I said, if the general rule is you should wear a mask when you're out at the supermarket, just put one on. It's no big deal. If it makes other people less anxious, that's a good thing.
And don't forget the hand sanitizer.
I'll make it a bit better. I'll put on a mask, go down to the local countdown and buy 22 litres of ice cream. How you like that one?
I expect a serious reply.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Trolls, just keep to yourselves.
It's a troll.
Here goes. I have several different types of healing crystals in a silk purse, which is supposed to keep them pure. One crystal is for use when I get a headache. The other crystal comes out when I'm down and need to lift my mood. Given both crystals seem to work just fine, is it remotely possible that there's a crystal which helps prevent COVID-19 and others? Or am I expecting too much?
Truth or troll? I got nothing on that one.
It's called a bloody miracle. You can't get a gem for that. Yeah, truth or troll.
Yeah, a magic pill.
It's time to change the narrative. Stop calling it quarantine. Quarantine is for sick. This is house arrest. Stop calling it social distancing. There's nothing sociable about forced isolation. Stop saying safer at home, because billions of people in abusive situations and with mental health struggles, their home is anything but safe. Stop saying this is for the greater good. No good can come from the government picking and choosing who is essential and who isn't. Think Nazi Germany. Every single person and every single business is essential. And most of all, stop saying new normal, because there's nothing normal about any of this.
So sadly this is true, because there's been a lot of people that have been like this.
Yeah, quarantine is a period of isolation to prevent both spread and contraction of disease. I mean, frankly, this is just somebody who sounds like they're being selfish and want what they want for themselves without any regard for the rest of society, personally.
A lot of people have been complaining about things and stuff like this and whatnot because they're the ones that want to break the rules.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to go for the party and down to the beach and all that sort of thing. And
But seriously, if you look at your... Okay, nobody knows when their expiration date in life is going to be. But if you look at it, it's literally just a small portion of your life. I'm sure we can abide by the government to keep everybody safe and not worry about number one in that situation.
actually, there was one other person that was making complaints about this. It was the woman that was organising a large number of the rallies in the US, saying that it was all just rubbish and people didn't need to be social distancing and they didn't need to be isolated and they didn't need to stay at home, and she tested positive.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, and everybody that was at the rally with her as well, of course, are now suspects. So.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So, yeah, go and gather up with a whole pile of other people that do have it and don't believe in it, and you can isolate yourselves together in a really big bubble and all get sick and die. And
Good luck.
And the human race will be better at the end for all of it, I think.
Alright, so we've got our last one to go. Take it away, Flick.
So angry right now. My daughter got scanned at school today. Get this, after they played together in the playground in the morning before class. Please research the risks of this new device they are using. If there was a virus, wouldn't you think they would be at the gate as you enter? Do not let them scan your child on the forehead where your third eye is.
Well, I have to say, if we're talking about scanning and stuff and you don't like the scanning, please don't get on a plane. Okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
we're having a look. Yeah, there's the scanner. Okay, the scanner is a remote thermometer. It doesn't project anything. It reads heat radiation off your forehead, right there, where your third eye isn't. And
Or it could be.
Oh, it could be.
It's not going to affect it, though, either
But
way.
no, it's not. It's not pushing anything into it like radioscoping. Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't use 5G. It's all good. All it's doing is it's reading the temperature from your forehead to see whether you've got a fever or not.
See, like I said, if you have an issue with that, then please do not get on a plane. Do you know how many radiation, how many system things you have to go through? All of those could be dangerous.
Yeah. Does your kid have a cell phone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, that's dangerous too. This sounds like it's
I
going
hope they don't have a microwave at home.
See, this-
Honestly,
Shut up, I'm talking.
The best thing to do, the best thing to do with all of this is to send your kid to school and completely wrap them up in all that surplus toilet paper you bought. Okay.
I think there's going to be something that will come out of this, and I know this person that wrote that is going to agree with me. You know that game where they have things that come out of the water, and they're all, and that person that has the watch, I can't remember the name of the game at the top of my head. It's a real popular game. And Pip-Boy? Is it Pip-Boy?
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, there's a game, it's all about this regeneration stuff, nuclear explosion, things coming out of the water, all that kind of stuff. Sounds like that's going to happen, so yeah, I'd be very, very scared myself. Yes, well done, hello, you do know the game. Yes.
Never played the game. Just got this from Armageddon one year.
Yeah. Fallout.
Fallout Boy.
Yes. Pip-Boy. But yes, so yeah, it is all going to be like a nuclear explosion. There's going to be creatures coming out, half human, half octopus coming out of the water and stuff. So yes, I'd be very scared of that thing that's going near the forehead because it's going to start triggering it.
Yep.
But I think that's all the time that we have for this week, hey Tim?
Yeah, it probably is, yeah. We'll start going worshipping Cthulhu and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
No.
Cthulhu.
Yeah. And Davy Jones and Locke.
I thought you'd promise that you'd be worshipping me.
These women these days. If you enjoyed this video, guys, then drop a comment
I am
below.
the high goddess Flick.
Shush, I'm talking. If you enjoyed this video, guys, then drop a comment
Zap
below.
him.
Let him do his outro, then he'll go away.
If you enjoyed our first video of truth or
Troll.
then drop a comment below if you'd like to see a second episode. We were thinking about doing these weekly. Obviously, if you guys are enjoying it, we definitely will. If not, then we'll find something else to do, right?
But yeah, that's true. We'll do them anyway.
Yeah.
You don't like it, somebody else will.
But of course, it's come to that time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I, in my words, would say I will catch you on the flip side.
And I'll tell you that there's a subscribe button right there.
I was getting to that.
Oh, there it is, right there. I'm putting it.
Getting to that.
And there's these two videos as well that are just up here behind me, and you can click on those if they don't knock me in the head.